Hey, hey, it's Wednesday. That means it's Wealthy Wednesday. Welcome to it. Tell me what you're doing today to make it a Wealthy Wednesday. Have you saved money today? Have you set aside money today? What are you doing to make it a Wealthy Wednesday? What am I doing to make it a Wealthy Wednesday? I'm just working hard on all of our new businesses to get everything up and running and generate more money so I can have more wealth and more Wealthy Wednesdays. Let's see, a couple of updates. We've got some exciting news for you. We have a one-day event that's going to come to Los Angeles called the Ultimate Cash Machine. And we're going to be with you live at the DoubleTree Hotel in Monrovia and for 12 hours on August 6th, which is a Sunday. So be sure to mark your calendars for that. August 6th, the Ultimate Cash Machine. You can actually check it out live at theultimatecashmachine.com. And if you click in now, you can get early bird pricing. It's half the normal price. So you definitely want to get that early bird pricing this month before it goes up. Hope everybody's having an amazing week. It's what they call Hump Day today, so happy Hump Day. Today my topic is called, Is Your Job Killing You? I think we can all relate to that. I own all of the companies that I work for, and I promise you my job is killing me some days. Some days it's amazing. I wake up and I'm super happy to go to work. Other days, my job is killing me. My chest aches. I have a shortness of breath. I'm exhausted. So it kind of all depends. I think that all of us at one point or another could say yes. Ruby, is your job killing you?
Yes.
Yes, and she owns all the companies with me. We all own them together. Honestly, she's more likely to get killed by her job than I am because she internalizes stress so much. And she's a perfectionist, and she's a people pleaser, and I don't have like any of those problems. Well, I'm a perfectionist, but definitely not a people pleaser. People who are not people pleasers live longer, by the way. I did now Ruby, I don't mean at home, because at home you should still always follow the rule of being a people pleaser. But at work, you can't please all people all the time. You just can't, and that's a fact. You cannot please everybody. Somebody's going to hate you. With us, we know there will be 1%, of our clientele that's not happy, and there's nothing we can do about it except we give our very best, and that's all you can do too. But I did a post the other day on Instagram that said something about you're still a good person even if you say no sometimes, and I got so much comments on that. I got private DMs on it and people saying, oh my God, thank you, and I needed to hear this so much. And for me personally, I say no before I say anything. Ruby, ask me a question.
Let's go to Las Vegas.
No. Oh my God, no. She could have literally asked me anything and my first answer would have been no. But if I would say, Ruby, let's go to Las Vegas. Ruby?
Yes.
She says yes to everything. That's why she has higher levels of stress. She overcommits. She says yes to everything, and she really wants to. She's so serious. She would say yes to Las Vegas or Miami or anywhere.
Santa Barbara.
Santa Barbara. We don't travel internationally too much because we don't have time for 13-hour flights. But anything like locally where we can be, in a car or on a plane for a few hours, Ruby will say yes, and I'll be like, no, I have too much work to do. No. So take care of yourself. People who say no, we live longer and we have less stress than people who say yes and overcommit. And so that all rolls into my topic of, is your job killing you? We spend more time at work than we do at home. Everybody knows that. My back aches. I'm always at my computer. I went to a chiropractor the other day, and she was like, just like working my neck. It felt so good. And I stood up, and she said, do you work at a computer? Do you sit at a desk for a living? And I'm like, yeah, I do. And she goes, because your neck muscles on the right hand, they're like this. They're like this short. And on the left, and look how I can even see myself in the camera. My left side is down and my right side is up. ugh, and I was just adjusted on Monday at the chiropractor. So my job is killing me. Who can I put a time off request into? Would it be you?
Vanessa.
Vanessa. Okay. I'm going to send that in. I need some time off because my job is killing me. My neck muscles are literally like that. So we spend more time at work. One of the things you can do to I make myself super comfortable at work because I'm the boss. So I spend whatever I need to spend to have a comfortable chair. And, I try and give my staff comfortable chairs. Sometimes I see them working on broken chairs and they don't even seem to care. I tell them you need to order a new chair. Like your chair's all broken down. So comfortable chairs, and then the way we sit, I find myself sitting all kinds of weird ways, leaning into the computer and hunched over. It's not good for us. It's not good for us at all. We have to take care of our bodies and our minds and be comfortable at work. I mean, so many of the people that follow me are makeup artists, so you guys don't sit for a living. But for makeup artists, be careful about how you are on set. I see a lot of new graduates that don't carry their own chair on set, so they get screwed. And if you're tall, you end up like in the shape of a C, bending over on a regular to do makeup on someone on a regular chair. So one of the ways for your job to not kill you is to have comfort, to be ergonomically correct. So if you're sitting at a desk, pay attention how you're sitting. My chiropractor told me to get up every 30 minutes and stretch, and I'm like, I cannot even remember to do that. There's no chance that I'll do it, but it's a good idea to get up every 30 minutes and stretch and move around and, just kind of like, they were showing me all kinds of stretches that I'll never do except that I'm trying to show them to you. One of the things with hating your job or loving your job, our job satisfaction, it ties right into our health. It really does. If you don't believe me, look at the rate of illness and see people's job satisfaction will tie right into that. When I first graduated from college, I have a bachelor's degree in business with an emphasis in accounting because accounting was just really easy to me. So I was like, let me just do that as a degree because I can do it in my sleep. It's so easy for me. I went out to be a tax auditor for the state of California. And I hated my job. I hated my job. I'm a people person. I love to say hello, and I like to interact with people. I spent most of my life in sales because I like the face-to-face interaction with people. As a tax auditor, I hated my job. People hated me. I was a business tax specialist, so I would walk into a business, and they knew I was coming. It was not a surprise, but I was like, I'm here to audit you, and they were just like, oh my God, the tax auditor's here. Nobody said good morning. Nobody wanted to go to lunch with me. Nobody wanted to invite me to eat the donuts with them. They didn't like me. They didn't want me there. The ones that were super nice to me, they were the smart ones, because they knew if they were super nice to me, their audit might go easier. It probably, and it did. If you're mean to me, I'm going to be in a bad mood while I'm auditing your company. But my job dissatisfaction played into my health problems, and I was really young. I was 22. I was right out of college. I was sick a lot, and I didn't have the Monday flu on purpose because the Monday flu means that you drink too much. I would be out on Mondays frequently sick, really sick, with a sore throat, with a cold, with a flu. I would use more sick time every month than what I had, and I was truly sick. I mean, I did party. Of course, I was 22, but I wasn't calling in sick with a hangover. I was truly sick. The job was making me sick. It was a toxic job. I was studying for the CPA exam and working full time, and I hated my life, and I was always sick. So is your job killing you? The happiness factor, the dissatisfaction factor will kill you in a job. I promise you that. If you hate your job, you should just get up and leave right now. Maybe. Wait, unless you work for me, then let's talk about this. Because sometimes there's ways that you can unhate your job. Sometimes there's things that a flex schedule or changing locations, transferring to a different branch, something that can make your job less hateful. With health, with health and human behaviors and how it relates to the job, if you hate your job, and I can tell you this from my personal experience, I'm always, when I talk to you, I'm like, I just am pulling things from my head that I've lived in my life. When I hate my job, I go out drinking after work. Ruby, how many months and years did we sit at Applebee's? Probably 2 years. 3. Where we would go, we had our cosmetics company, Ruby Cosmetics, in the mall in West Covina, and it was so stressful. It was a new business. It was just bleeding money from us. It was a new startup. It was just everything about it. The mall was open 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. We were exhausted. And so instead of, working out and doing something positive, we didn't hate our job, but we were really stressed. We would go, this is in West Covina, and there's absolutely, if you know the area, there's absolutely nothing to do in West Covina. So the mall would close at 9, and we would go straight to Applebee's in West Covina and sit at the bar and stay there until they closed, which was 12 or 1 or something. And we would order really bad food, stuffed potatoes, hamburgers, fries. Blondies. They had a dessert called Blondie. It was like some vanilla kind of brownie with like some sauce over it. Oh my God. And we would do this a lot. I probably gained 50 pounds in those 3 years. Ruby's got better genetics and she's younger, so she might have gained 10 pounds to the 50 that I gained. 20. But we were at the bar every night at Applebee's, and like the last round, we'd be like, whoa, let's get okay, like 2 more drinks for each of us, and a Blondie and a stuffed potato. We would put in our, Ruby, can you get my drink? I always forget my drink on my desk. We would put in that last order, and this is every night, I'm not kidding you, and we had our favorite bartender, and so we would be sure to be there on the nights that he was there, and the nights he wasn't there, maybe we would take those nights off, because, favorite bartender, they pour heavy for you. And when you're used to drinking, you need more and more and more alcohol. So that is part of job dissatisfaction. You go out after work, you eat the crappy food, you drink too much when you shouldn't be. People who love their job, they go to yoga after work, they go to the gym after work, they eat healthy food, they go on fabulous vacations, they have better relationships with their spouse, with their kids, with their family. Now, we don't go to Applebee's anymore. We go to, I was going to yoga, and I had this car accident situation that kind of has laid me up and set me back. Ruby's about to start lifting weights again, but we don't go to the bar anymore. We only eat organic food. We're much happier with our lives, and it goes hand in hand. Your personal happiness and your job satisfaction go hand in hand. One feeds right to the other. If you're not happy, you eat like crap, you drink too much, and then you feel crappy, and then you hate your job in the morning, and then you leave work and you do, it's a cycle, it's a vicious cycle. So when you're happier, you do the things that make you feel happy and healthy. Part 2 of the problem, of the source of job dissatisfaction, and we all have to look at this. Maybe you're the problem. Maybe I'm the problem if I'm unhappy. You have to look at job dissatisfaction and unhappiness and think, maybe I'm just unhappy with my life. Maybe I'm not happy with my marriage. Maybe my kids are making me crazy. Maybe I hate where I live. Maybe I hate everything about my life, and my job just happens to be there, and so yeah, I hate it, but I also hate everything. You have to look at that, and I'm going to tell you to dissect that. Give yourself personal therapy right now and say, what is causing the problem that's making me have this unhappiness? Is it me? People who get fired from jobs over and over and over again, they never realize they are the problem. When you constantly get fired, I got fired, by the way, in case you don't know my story, I got fired from every job I ever had. I'm pretty sure I was the problem. And then I finally had to just I even got fired from a mortgage job, and I brought in, I put a good $100,000 in these guys' pocket every year because I was bringing home 100, and I was on a 50% commission, so they were making more than 100, and they fired me because my attitude was just that bad that they still fired me. So I opened up my own mortgage company. I came home and I told my girlfriend, I was like, damn, I just got fired, again, but from this job, so I just need to open up my own company so that nobody can fire me again. And that was 25 years ago, where I finally got tired of being fired and I just had to open up my own company.
Now you wish you were fired.
I tell Ruby all the time, like, fire me, do me a favor, please fire me. I'm gonna sue you for wrongful termination, and maybe I'll make something off of that. I'm gonna file for unemployment so I can sit at home and do yoga and just enjoy the view and have some coffee. There's so many things if she would just fire me, but she won't, because I'm irreplaceable, because I'm just that good. Hey, I want to...
You own the company.
And I own the company. Oh God, we did away with to save money. We did away with work comp insurance on ourselves, because how does it ever make sense that we're going to file work comp insurance against our company? And then, like, literally 2 weeks after I signed off to get rid of the work comp insurance coverage on us, we got into a car accident. We were together in my car during work hours where I was going to buy lunch for the team, and I got in a head-on collision, and Ruby was in the car, and I was like, damn it, I swear to God I would have filed workers' comp. I've been unable to work full-time for almost 2 months now. I would have promised you I would have filed workers' comp against myself, and Ruby would have been right there. We were at work buying lunch for the team, or else we would have never been on that street having that car accident in that moment. But hey, I want to remind you, if you don't have my free gift yet, which is called 7 Ways to Motivate Employees and Maximize Profits, pick up your phone and text text to this number, 38470. 38470. Text to that number and type in the word slay. Slay all day. Slay. S-L-A-Y. Speaking of slay, if anybody out there is in Sacramento and watching, we're coming to you this weekend for the Pinky Rose grand opening of their new cosmetics store and makeup academy. We're so proud of them. We're teaching these girls to run Northern California the way that we run and dominate Southern California. They're going to do the same thing in Northern California. There are new superstars up and coming. So we'll be in Sacramento on Saturday. We're taking all the beautiful people from Los Angeles, all these makeup artists, plus me, and we're going to Sacramento. So I hope to meet a lot of people there. I'm going to meet Nicole Ray, who actually works for me as a teacher. I'm going to meet her for the first time. She's been teaching for me for about a month, but I never get to the branches, so I'm excited about that. Nicole Ray Artistry, I actually get to meet her for the first time. And I get to see my good friend Orpha Zanali. She'll be up there. She used to live walking distance from us, and we never, ever, ever, ever could make the time to get together with her. So super glad to see Orpha in Sacramento. Mac Daddy's going to be there. Brenda Monique, Ruby, Cam J, Mugapus, just so many of our good friends. We're so excited to get on a plane and go to Sacramento just to spend time with all of our friends from LA that we literally never see. So, Ruby, are you excited to get on a plane and go somewhere else this week?
Yes, I'm ready.
Ruby's ready. I was like, no, I don't want to go. But yeah, we have to go. It's going to be so much fun. They're expecting like 500 people. I was going to rent a car at the airport, and I'm like, where am I going to park that car? No, I'm just going to take Uber. Now I have to figure out where I rented that car from so I can cancel it and not end up paying for it. Okay, so back to the, is there any questions, Ruby? I see
No.
36.
Everybody's saying truth. I love you both. So amazing. Everybody's like truth. You're right. You speak the truth. No comment. I mean, no questions. Just comment.
Okay. So back to the possibility that you are the problem. Could be that you're the problem. Like I said, I promise you I was the problem. I wouldn't have gotten fired from every job starting from when I was 16. It wasn't even that I was an adult with this attitude, you know, I'm a college graduate and I'm the ish, and it wasn't even that. I had this problem when I was 16. I worked at a place called Wong's Kitchen, was my first job in San Bernardino, California, where I grew up. And Stanley called me from Wong's Kitchen one day, and he said, hey, Trish, you know, come to work today. I go, cool, Stanley. And he goes, you know, come to work no more. I was like, oh, wow, okay. That was my first firing. I know, come to work no more at Wong's Kitchen. But that's when I was 30 something, I got fired for the last time. I'm like, that's it, I've had it. So if most people are not self-employed though, I have to tell you, 10% of the American population is self-employed. So the rest of the world, which is most of the people I'm talking to right now, you're in the 90%. You do work for someone else, which is great. You're contributing to the growth of the economy. You are plugging along with us. But if you're the problem, here's what you have to look at. If you have a job with good pay and benefits, you need to evaluate before you can just skip town. We provide health insurance to our managers because they've all been with us so long and they're all over 25. I mean, obviously if they're a manager, they're grown and they've been here a while. And so we provide health insurance for them. And when you provide benefits, it makes people think before they just be like, screw this, screw you, I hate it all. Because when you have benefits, you're like, should I leave? I don't want to lose my benefits. And some jobs have really great benefits. If you work for the government, I mean, it's quicksand, and if you want to die in that government job, but they have all kinds of benefits. You know, it's hard. Small businesses don't really do a lot with benefits anymore. It's really, 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 really hard to afford to do that. So, but if you hate your job and you're thinking about leaving, you have three choices. One, do nothing. That's the obvious choice. I hate my job and I'm going to do nothing. I'm just going to keep going to Applebee's after work every night, getting drunk, eating fat food, and showing up in the morning toxic and hating my job. That's your first choice, do nothing. Your second choice is look for a new job, right? Look for greener grass. The grass is always greener. And the third choice, oh, no, Ruby, no questions yet. Let me finish my third choice. The third choice is to make yourself happier. Because what if you are the problem? What if it's not the job that's the problem? And here's how you'll know. You'll know that you're the problem versus the job being the problem. If you do go and you find the greener grass, and after a month or so, the grass is not greener, and now you hate this job, you're probably the problem, honestly. I don't know if I ever hated my jobs. They just hated me. And so I was clearly the problem, and I was always looking for new green grass because I was getting fired from my green grass, and so I had to go find new green grass. But if you make yourself happier, I promise life will turn around. Don't go home and drink. Don't eat fast food. Don't eat fried food. Do yoga, go to the gym, eat healthy, eat organic food, take a vacation, even if it's just for the weekend, camping, you know, something. Ruby, go ahead.
Okay, so Diana Camacho says, where do you start or begin at when hiring an independent stylist to work for you for events? And she says, I mean, as far as contracts and layouts.
That's a long question, but I would start by going into Amazon and typing in my name, Trish Grimes, and buying the Superstar hiring systems because it's made for it's made for everything. I kind of probably can't really answer that for you. Contracts, like my lawyers do all my contracts for me. It's something that we share with our coaching clients. We share all of our contracts. And then they modify them, you know, to fit their needs. But contracts are complex. You're hiring a freelancer, just see if, you know, first of all, just see if they have the job experience that you need and if your personality clicks with them. That would be the first thing I would do if I were like super small, like maybe independent person, and I just need somebody to work a trade show with me. I'd look at you and go, hey, I like your personality, and you do what I do. Yeah, come. I don't know that I would even put a contract together. Honestly, for a trade show, I would not put a contract together. A lot of people are paid cash. A lot of trade show labor is paid cash. I see it all day, every day at the trade shows. So find somebody that you love to work with, and just pay them cash to work with you at the trade show for the weekend. So. On the happiness issue, hey, did anybody out there, did any of you guys buy any of the apps that I suggested last week? We suggested Dale Carnegie, what's that called? Grow Rich. Wait, How to Influence people and win friends, something like that, and then The Secret. But to me, the Carnegie app is stronger because it's a meditation. And I get up every morning and I do it, and I'm so much happier. There's this one that I'm listening to. You listen to each one for 3 days or 3 times in a row. And the one I'm listening to now is like how to make a good first impression. And it's really like smile. Smile is how, and I can feel, I'm in a meditative state, and I can feel this like smile coming over my face. I was telling Ruby yesterday, there's this meme with a dog, and he's got these big teeth. That's what I feel like when I'm doing this meditation. I can feel the smile. And I put down my phone yesterday morning after the meditation, and I walked over to my iPad. Like, this is how I wake up. I'm working, I'm texting, I'm like as soon as I wake up. So it's nice that I can have this meditation right now as soon as I wake up. So I walk over to my iPad and I send notes to my graphic designer, and I'm constantly working with her for all of our businesses, and she makes all of the memes that I do on IG. I just sent her like the thoughts. I sent her the words like throughout the week. I'll journal and I'll make notes of different thoughts that I want on the memes, and she puts together the background and the layout and drops my logos into it, and then we do this every week. And so yesterday I got up after my meditation with a smile, and I was so happy, and I went and I sent her my notes, boom, 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 and I usually just send her my notes, and I'm like, she knows what it means. I don't even have to tell her what to do. She knows what I want. And so before I hit my notes at home, I said, yeah, usually I say nothing. In this case, I said, good morning and thank you. And I was going to delete it. I'm like, that sounds so cheesy. That's not even me. But that was how I felt in that moment. And I really meant it. And I've never even met her, by the way. She lives in the Ukraine or somewhere. I met her through a sourcing service, because it's much less expensive to have a designer in the Ukraine than it is to have a designer in the United States. By the time I got to work, like at 10 o'clock, all of my memes were in my inbox, like 10 memes. Like, usually it'll take her a day or 2 or 3, or sometimes she'll forget because it's just not that important sometimes. It was there the same morning, like before I could even get to work. It was in my inbox in my computer when I got to work, and I'm like, wow, it really happiness pays off. It really pays to be like polite to people and nice and happy and respectful. And usually I don't say anything, and she'll get the work done because she knows what it is I want. But to just say good morning and thank you, and it's not even morning where she's at, it's the other side of the world, it's probably midnight, but it made such a difference. I was like, wow. And of course my mother taught me to say please and thank you, but business is business, and I'm just like blah 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 blah, do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. That's how I spend my day, like do this, do this, do this. So the happiness project, even, it worked on me. I wasn't even trying to run a test, but it worked. Any questions, Ruby?
No. Diana Camacho says, thank you, I will get the book. But then I guess following the first question, Diana goes, what about for weddings?
For weddings, you're looking for a bridal contract. Are you looking for a bridal contract for one-on-one with your bride? If so, those contracts, we give copies of those contracts to everybody that takes the Pro Beauty course at Ruby Makeup Academy, and then we also have a bridal boot camp where we give copies, the templates of our contracts that we used to actually use when back in the day when Ruby used to do bridal, and then we keep them updated. So if you're a Ruby girl, if you're a Ruby graduate, Diana, you should already have received it, or take the bridal boot camp that's coming up. If that's not what you mean, if you're trying to hire assistants, again, you're just going to cash them out at the end of the day. I don't know any bridal, and I know a lot of people in the bridal business because that's our business too. We've trained so many people in bridal. Nobody has their assistants on like payroll and contracts. It's cash basis. You pay your assistant $500 at the end of the day or whatever, depending on how big your the gig was. So no contracts for that. But if it's bridal contracts, then that is a different story. Hey, I think most of you were not on the on my liver yet when I was telling you that we have our new event coming up. It's called the Ultimate Cash Machine. Me and Ruby, 12 hours, coming to you on August 6th in Los Angeles, California. So for all the people who said, why did you do it in Vegas? We want you here in LA. We're coming to you. We don't have time to do a 3-day event, so we're just going to do a 1-day event on August 6th. Go to our website, theultimatecashmachine.com. The tickets are 50% off right now, so you definitely want to do that. And we've got some cool bonuses for you. So check that out. It's theultimatecashmachine.com. And it's our sales strategies, techniques, systems. We're going to lay it out for you in 12 hours and just cram and just cut out the BS and just hit you with, here's how you do it. We were making $60,000 a year and we switched up to $3 million a year because of the sales and systems and strategies. It's so specific. Anybody can do it. I promise you. If we can do it, anybody can do it. So we're here to lay it out and give it to you. So make sure that you are with us on August 6th at the Doubletree Hotel in Monrovia. Early bird tickets are on sale right now. I'm just going to wrap it up with job unhappiness and how it plays out in your life. And every single person, including me, is going to be like, oh, yeah, this happens. How job unhappiness plays out in your life. First of all, your health. You can have a heart attack. You can have a stroke. You can be in severe depression. You can be obese. All those things can be caused from job dissatisfaction. When your job is killing you, your health is the first place. Well, you know what else could be the first place? Your marriage. Your marriage is probably the first place that is affected by job unhappiness. You're just miserable at work. You come home and you're like, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you all. You hate everything, including yourself. So your marriage will suffer. The food choices that you make. When you're unhappy at work, like I said, I guess no wonder I gained 50 pounds. We went to Applebee's for 3 years every night after work. And Applebee's sounds laughable if you live anywhere but West Covina. You would understand how there's nowhere to go. And we were sitting at the bar. We weren't sitting with the family. We were sitting at the bar. We would just walk right up to the bar and be like, what's up? Give me vodka, 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 a hamburger, fries, stuffed potato, a blondie. Bring it all. We weren't even making money. But we would go and spend, at least $100 a night at Applebee's because we were just so miserable and stressed and overworked. And that didn't help. I wasn't able to get up for work feeling great the next day after I'd had an adios big blue drink. That didn't help me get up for work and be happy the next day. It definitely did not. Right, the food choices we make, alcohol and drugs. Oh my God. Alcohol, when you're unhappy at work, alcohol is the first thing you turn to. Don't do it. Quit your job before you end up in rehab, because you can't afford rehab if you quit your job and you need both of them. But alcohol is not the answer. Weed's not the answer. Prescription pain pills combined with alcohol, definitely not the answer. I've done it all. And all of those things make it harder to get up for work in the morning. All of those things. Like, it is not easy to get up for work when your body is just suppressed and depressed at that level. So smoking, oh my God. People smoke when they're unhappy. Like, people go out on smoke breaks. I see it like all the time. They're out. They think it will help them reduce their stress, but it actually constricts everything. I'm not a smoker. I'm super anti-smoker. I hate smoke. I'm really just the anti-smoker. If you smoke near me, I'm like, get off. Like, in Los Angeles, we hate the smokers. We have like zero tolerance for them. We live in Glendale. All of the new high-rises here are no-smoke buildings. You can't smoke on your balcony. You can't smoke at the dog park or the pool. Like, we're just anti-smokers. And so smoking is not the answer. When you're unhappy, smoking makes it worse. What you should do is exercise. When you're unhappy, exercise. Go to the gym and just pound it out. Do cardio. Go for a run. Get on your bike. Go to yoga. Go hiking. Go up the hills. You don't have to have money to work out. That's the answer. That's the greatest answer to when your job is killing you. Other than, look inside first and see if you're the problem before you quit your job. Because when you go and by the way, don't ever quit your job before you have another job lined up, no matter how much you hate your job. Don't do that, because it's really hard to find a job in in every economy. It's never easy to find a job. And the more you make, the harder it is to find a job. So don't ever quit. No matter how much it's killing you, no matter how much you hate it, don't quit before you have a new one. Try and find the answer in yourself instead. Try and find your own inner peace and your own inner happiness. Exercise, eat right, take a little, if you don't have money, go camping at the beach for the weekend. Do something. Try and find that happiness so that your job doesn't kill you. All right, so I'm going to wrap it up. If you don't have my gift yet, 7 ways to motivate employees and maximize profits. Text to the number 38470 with the word SLAY, and I'll send you my free report. I definitely want to see everybody at the Ultimate Cash Machine. We're going to be bringing it to you so hard for 12 hours. It's a Sunday. You're going to be tired when you have to get up and go to work on Monday. I know we're definitely going to be tired, but we're bringing our very best to you. It's me and Ruby. You're very quiet today. What's going on? Are you dissatisfied with your job today?
No, just
everybody's quiet.
spreading the word.
Spreading the word. Are you knocking on doors, going from door to door?
Yes.
All right, you guys, we want to see you at the Ultimate Cash Machine, ultimatecashmachine.com. Buy your tickets now before the prices go up. We look forward to seeing all of you. Make it a great day. Don't quit your job. Find your inner happiness first.